Hello and welcome to the Q Today show for February 17th to 21st. I'm Allison Duddy, one of your hosts for this program.
And I'm your other host, Ron Campbell. And we just want to remind our viewers out there that our weekday show runs from Tuesday at 5 p.m. to Friday at 8 a.m. And the weekend offerings airs from Friday at 5 p.m. to Tuesday at 8 a.m. Our broadcast every day comes out 8 a.m., 5 p.m., and 10 p.m. So don't miss them.
And also, before we get into the news, we also want to remind you that we are accepting sponsors for the program, and you can reach us at our new email address, which is qtoday@gmail.com. And as always, thanks to the Caribou Observer for providing us with some of our news stories.
And remember that for the full news thing, we only give you part of it here. You should pick up your copy of the Quesnel Caribou Observer for the full story. Allison.
All right, on to the news. Well, Autumn McDonald published an article in this week's Observer about the growing need for firefighters in the Caribou Regional District. The CRD Director Area C, John Massier, said there's been a loss in many organizations, but the situation is critical for the Barlow Creek Department, which has fallen below the required 15 active members at all times. Because of this, the CRD has had to put in a mutual aid call to the 10 Mile Lake Detachment. Massier also said if the volunteer numbers don't improve, the department may have to close after over 20 years of service, which would also nullify fire insurance coverage for that area. It's not just Barlow Creek, though. There are 6 active fire departments in the Quesnel area, and while numbers vary at each detachment, they're all actively recruiting new members at this time. CRD Chair Al Richmond said people need to get out there, call their local department, and see what they can do, adding also that residents need to search their souls to help maintain this vital service. Training is free and includes a number of courses such as first aid, rescue, WMIS, and more. Plus, you get to drive big trucks, Massier said, and I like that. What man doesn't like to drive big trucks? There's also a junior firefighter program designed for youth 16 plus. And Massier also said there are tons of volunteer opportunities with all types of duties. You're exposed to a variety of learned skills, and it looks great on your resume. So anyone interested in learning more is encouraged to call their local fire department.
And you get a nice hat to wear and stuff like that, and you get your picture in the paper.
That's right. And it's just a good, it's a good thing to do for your community, especially out in Barlow Creek. That would be devastating, I would think, to some of those residents if they ended up losing that detachment out there.
Anywhere would be great to have volunteers on that type of basis.
For sure.
Yeah, they got to get out there and volunteer.
That's right.
I'm a little too old for that. I can't climb upstairs anymore.
Oh, come on.
The Relay for Life is coming up, Allison. The Canadian Cancer Society's biggest fundraiser is being helped by 2 enthusiastic volunteers, Michelle Godfrey and Becky Mador. As team development co-chairs, Godfrey and Mador are responsible for assigning team mentors to several relay teams to provide support to the captains and participants in all facets of the run right up to relay, including fundraisers, goal setting, and any information they might need. As an aside, both women also mentor several teams themselves. The next team captain's information session is February the 23rd, 7 p.m. at the Sandman Inn. Godfrey said that there are lots of meetings to ensure everyone is well informed and well equipped for elevating relay to a new level. For information, please, or answers to questions or how to become involved in relay, contact Michelle at 250-983-8815. Allison, sometimes the brain gets ahead of the tongue.
I know that feeling. It happens all the time, Ron. Hey, we're not here to be perfect. We just want to get the news out there. You do a great job. So also, we've got this weekend, the 17th to the 20th of February, you can join tens of thousands of Canadians and Americans in the 15th annual Great Backyard Bird Count. Participants can count in their backyards, out their office windows, at local parks and nature centers, pretty much anywhere. And you can spend as little as 15 minutes counting birds, or you can do it for the whole weekend. People of all ages and all levels of birdwatching experiences are welcome. The GBBC, or Great Backyard Bird Count, is a great way to learn more about the birds in our community. You can count by yourself, with your family, community groups, schools, or friends. And also you can explore which species have been seen in our area by using maps and charts on the GBB website, which is www.birdcount.org, and we will put that on the bottom of the screen here for you. So you can learn how easy it is to participate, enter your data, explore results online, and enter the photo contest and win great birding prizes at this website. So,
Alison, did you get a chance to take a look at some of the pictures that were in the Caribou Observer?
I didn't get the Observer this week.
There's a picture in there of a very unique bird, and you know what? I've forgotten the name of it, but it's something that's not seen around here too often. So.
Well, all I've seen out at my house lately is crows and ravens.
Oh, can you identify them?
Well, I know ravens are bigger. That's about all I know about crows and ravens.
Well, I have a bird feeder out back at our place, and all I can see is that squirrel taking all my bird seed. So, but I have a book, and I check it every once in a while because we get different types of birds in our backyard, small ones.
So maybe you'll be out counting birds this weekend, Ron?
No, because my wife usually says I'm for the birds anyway. So where are we now?
Right.
You said the bird count, so
yeah.
I have to talk about a labor of love. He loves what he does, and there's a great picture in the Caribou Observer on the wood carving that Craig Sween, who's a local log carver, and whose hero is Rick Hansen, is now refurbishing the aging carving, which is located at the arena, or it was. It's been moved now so he can work on it. The carving was done back in 1987 as a tribute to Rick Hansen and the Man in Motion tour. He says that Rick Hansen is a real hero, and it's a job that he loves to do, and he's presently refurbishing it because the Rick Hansen 25th anniversary tour arrives here in Quesnel on March the 22nd. Have you seen the carving? It used to be right next to
I have seen the carving, yes.
It's very nice.
So he's just refurbishing?
He's refurbishing it, fixing it all up.
Nice. And is it going to be put back in the same spot?
It's going to be put back there. They may put it at the square, though, if this anniversary tour is coming up.
Yeah.
There's going to be a ceremony there, so they may put it there.
Oh, good.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, I consider Rick Hansen to be one of my own personal heroes, too, so
he certainly
fantastic.
Is a man to be admired, that's for sure.
Yes. All right, so last year we made an announcement about free income tax filings for people that are low income, and I made some phone calls and did some checking, and this year the Salvation Army is going to be doing that service again. It's actually not the Salvation Army, it's a group of local residents that come in and use the Salvation Army building to do free income tax. So that is starting on Wednesday, March the 7th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and that will be every Wednesday in March and April. So if you are low income or on income assistance, you can get your taxes done for free at the Salvation Army building on McLean Street. And we will keep posting this, I guess, for the next little while, just in case we don't catch everybody the first time around. So
that's a great service.
Yeah, it is.
And of course, we all have to pay our taxes now.
That's right.
It's time for my rumblings, but I only have a thought for the day.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll take a thought for the day.
Okay. Cicero, who was a great Roman thinker, said, "Friendship improves happiness and abates misery by doubling our joy and dividing of our grief." Can you imagine, Alison, what our journey would be like if we did not have friends? It would be very hard and very lonely. So back over to my friend, Alison.
I can't imagine what it would be like without friends, that's
so
for
I'm
sure.
suggesting to all the viewers, get out there and be a friend.
Good job. So now it's time to take a look at the local happenings around Quesnel with our community calendar.
Yes, and we also have a interview done by Charlene VanKoughnett, who is one of our longtime correspondents, and she'll be coming up after community calendar.
Thanks, guys. I'm Charlene VanKoughnett. I work out of the Quesnel Telecom Society. I'm the FASD Resource Outreach Worker there. And today I have Lanny Kipling with me, and he also works out of the Quesnel Telecom Society, which is also known as the Native Friendship Center. I've asked Lanny to come here today because he actually does a few things in the community, and well, I think I'll just let Lanny tell you a little bit about himself.
Thanks, Charlene. Yeah, I'm Lanny Kipling. I'm a registered psychiatric nurse. I have a few roles in the community. I have a casual position at Seasons House, which is our homeless shelter. A casual position at Quest, which is our short stay psychiatric unit in town. Yeah, and I also work at the Friendship Center, the Native Friendship Center, doing youth outreach. And more importantly, just stepped into acting coordinator position for connecting the dots. And yeah, and I chair the Quesnel Mental Health and Addictions Advisory Committee, which is every third Wednesday of the month. Wow, that's a lot of hats you're wearing there, Lanny. Yeah. So what is Connecting the Dots? Connecting the Dots is a 4-year program. It's funded by the Public Health of Canada, and it's in partnership with the British Columbia Aboriginal Association Friendship Centers and the Canadian Mental Health Association. So it's a program that is promoting the mental health of Aboriginal rural youth and their families. Mm-hmm. And so this Connecting the Dots is about recognizing protective factors and risk factors that they have. And once we do this thorough assessment of the community, then we'll be implementing programs to address these needs, and then they are evaluated. And okay, so yeah. I'm assuming it's a process of tasks that you have to go through. Where are you now with this? I think, if I remember, I did attend one session that you did have there. It was a workshop. Where are we at in this process of connecting the dots, and who else is involved? So we're in our second phase. The first phase is getting organized and just a lot of paperwork, and now the second phase is actually getting our groups together. There's a key leaders group we have a key leaders group now, which is a group, they're people in the community with that have high influential insight, and they're to help implement the survey and to give direction to the community board members. So the second group is the community board members, and they are the working groups of this Connecting the Dots, and they are the ones that will be putting the youth survey, will be reviewing the youth survey, that will be going through all the schools, probably going to be doing grades 6, 8, 10, and 12. And this is a very extensive assessment through the schools to get a real good idea of the needs within the community. Okay. So this is based, all students will be doing this, but this is an Aboriginal program, and so we will be talking to other community members, so youth that aren't attending school. We want to get feedback from elder Aboriginals in the field, in the community, and parents. So then we're getting a very collaborative group of gathering of data, because we want a real nice holistic assessment of the community. So this is a 4-year program, and so this is the work from the key leaders and the community board will all come together to address these needs and make sure we're getting a holistic assessment. So it's a very extensive. I just have another question. Who is on this board? Like, who is the community board? So community board members, so we have people from the ministry. Okay. We have from the schools. So the key leader group, we have policing there. We have school superintendent, and so team leaders from MCFD, and then the community board is similar people from the schools as well, from ministry, and Aboriginal health directors. We're trying to get as many Aboriginal people on the community board as well, and key leaders, because it's really the voice their voice that's going to help us recognize the need within the community to help
Right.
these young families out.
So it is totally community-based.
Very community-based.
Okay, great. So at the end of all of this, what are we hoping to have accomplished?
So one nice thing about this program is being it's 4 years, there's these phases, and so once we do the need assessment within the school and out of the school, this will get an evaluation done by UNBC, and we're actually getting evaluated throughout the program to make sure the key leaders and the community board members and myself are all doing the job we're supposed to be doing. So that's coming up soon, and that will be an ongoing process. And so our outcomes that we're expecting is it really comes down to a really solid assessment of the community. So we want to take as much time as we need to get that from as many people as we possibly can, and from the Aboriginal community mostly. So when we have that assessment done, then we give this assessment to a team, and they will take this data and they will study it and review it and evaluate it, and then they will find programs that would best suit the needs that have come from this assessment, and then those programs will get implemented. And so the most important part about this program is a lot of things like this happen where things get data's gathered and there's a lot of energy that get it going, but
And it gets put on the shelf.
Yeah, it's to keep this sustainable. And so that's a key part of this, is that when we're finished, we have a nice community effort that we hope to maintain, and that the program will actually work by itself once it is completed.
Oh, great. Well, it sounds like a huge task for anybody to get involved in. So is there anything else, Lanny, that we should know about connecting the dots, or?
Well, it's just to say quickly, I mean, it's about addressing the needs of the young Aboriginal families. So we're talking drugs and alcohol, we're talking delinquency, school dropout, those sorts of things.
Okay,
and
so high risk issues?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's part of the assessment, is to address those high risk issues, risk factors, and identify the protective factors.
Okay, well,
Yes.
sounds great.
Yeah, it's a great
Well,
program.
thank you for coming and sharing this. And again, thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thanks, Charlene.
You're welcome.
Well, that is it for this show. You can contact us at our new email address, qtoday@gmail.com, to give us any feedback or any tips on news that you think we should cover, or if you would like to be a sponsor or volunteer. You can also call Nate at 992-3650, or call the Shaw Station and leave a message for John McKenzie at 992-8363. Almost forgot that one.
Almost. And remember, Q Today is produced by QMag, which is Quesnel Media Access Group. And also you can now watch us on the internet at www.qcatv.ca, who is run by one of our members of QMag, Eddie D'Souza.
All right, well, thanks for watching. And remember, our purpose is to get a conversation going for Quesnel, by Quesnel. Bye for now.